We want to make it easier for people to travel. We want to make it easier for movement of people, of goods, of services, by eliminating unnecessary barriers. You can confirm to President Widodo that when he comes to Nairobi, we will waive visa requirement for Indonesia. For everybody, not just for the big guys, even the ordinary people. They can come to Kenya without asking for any visa. In fact, we are having a very big debate as Kenyans as to whether we should have visa at all. Because I'm a scientist by training, and science has proven that Kenya has the earliest remains of man, remains of human being have been traced to Kenya. Meaning that even you guys in Indonesia, you started from here. This is home. And we are asking ourselves, if this is home, who requires a visa to go home? Yeah? So, and that is one of the reasons why you should also invest in Kenya, because it's always, they say, east, west, north or south, home is best. So you should find an opportunity to invest at home. If you don't have your own manufacturing facilities, when things happen, you can easily miss even Panadol. And we don't want to be there. We import 140 billion Kenya shillings, about $1.2 billion of pharmaceutical products every year. That is a market that is available, and this year, in the budget that we put in, we have actually created incentives. We have removed taxes, we have removed excise duties on investments in pharmaceutical and medical products, both for human beings and also for animals. So there is, again, opportunity there for us to have a partnership, for us to do that. I like the fact that General says you manufacture 70-something, almost 80% of all your medical commodities requirement. We want to be, if not as close as to you, but somewhere near. And so, again, we will want to work with you in that space. We want to work with you on leather. You know, we want to work with you on leather. There is a big opportunity in leather and leather products because leather and leather products is a big space for us. We lose almost 50% of our hides and skin go to waste every year. And yet, we have the cows. We slaughter the cows because we want the meat, but the skin and hide don't go anywhere. So, and just for record, we import to Kenya about 12 million pairs of shoes every year. And yet, our leather go to waste. So, we have leather, we have the market, you know what to do in between. Yeah? So this is an opportunity, again, that Moses, I hope you will discuss with these good people so that by the time President Widodo comes, we will have a convergence of thoughts and a meeting of minds so that we can do that together. We'd want a partnership between you as a big producer of palm oil, to work with you on an agreement. I think there are some details there on what can be processed, what can be processed locally, and we want to move on to growing palm in Kenya. We've already have sensitized many of our counties to work with whoever the investor will be, so that we can make it possible for that investment to happen. Let me also say that, again, it is not the Kenyan market we are discussing about only. The $1 billion is just the Kenyan market. We have a whole market in the continent. I just came from one of our countries, Congo-Brazzaville, and they also still import palm oil from all manner of places. And that is the case almost in every other country. So there is an opportunity for us to have the partnership. And what is important, as I told you here earlier, is that through the port of Mombasa, you can access Ethiopia, South Sudan, Central African Republic, Uganda, Tanzania, Burundi, Rwanda, DRC. You have there a market of almost 500 million people that you can access using the port of Mombasa. So logistics will be a very big part of this business, and the port of Mombasa will facilitate that, especially with the recommendation of the shipping line connecting your country and the port of Mombasa. And we are prepared to co-invest in improving the Mombasa port so that it can serve this new venture. We are continuously refining our policy and our environment to do business and to create opportunities for investment. I was telling on delegation this morning that we have almost 10 new interventions that will help business people like you to invest or to trade or to do business or to run your enterprise in Kenya without too much hassle. You know, we want to make it easier for business people to find their way around, and we have a very supportive ministry that will work with you. Kenya is a very geostrategic country. We have negotiated as a country several preferential trade and business agreements. We've signed about a month ago an agreement with the EU, 27 countries in the whole of the EU, with Kenya. We now have an economic partnership agreement that gives us preferential access of the items that we produce in Kenya to their market. We also have negotiated, we are part of the AGOA agreement, as you heard your brother here say. We have preferential market access also to the US, a population of close to 300, maybe thereabout, million people. And these are fairly high-quality products. So for you to produce high-quality products, you need very high-quality labor. And that very high-quality labor is present in Kenya. So you not only have access to markets in Europe, you will have access to markets in America. And from our continent, I think we are the leading exporter to the US market, especially in textile. So you will be joining a tradition that understands how to export to different markets. And of course, we have negotiated continental agreements. We have an agreement for the East African Community. We have an agreement with COMESA countries. We have an agreement, the tripartite agreement that brings together almost 28 countries in Africa. And then we have the continental-wide Africa Continental Free Trade Area. Those markets, with your products, you can access them from Kenya. I just thought I should make this so that even as you think about investment in Kenya, you are actually investing in a wider market beyond the 50 million people that are there in Kenya.